Hello there, this is eBike Bert. On a beautiful day, I think it's Wednesday, no it's Thursday. So traffic, as far as the trails are concerned, should be a lot lighter. Now, two tips. First of all, my battery's on, my headlight is on, and my night rider is on and flashing. The flashing light is for daytime riding. And when you're getting on your bike, I don't think you can see my hands here, but you're getting on your bike, you want to engage both brakes. The left side lever is your front brake, the right side is your rear brake. You want to engage both of those while you're getting on the bike so the bike does not move, and the throttle is disengaged so you don't accidentally move or give yourself a good jolt on the start, because that's when you're going to fall. Also, which I've learned by my own personal mistakes, is checking you got both brakes engaged, the throttle is disengaged. Also, check your kickstand, because you can't see it. It's easy to forget, and I've done that. It almost threw me a couple times. You go to turn, you're leaning, and you'll lean into that kickstand, which is extended down, and it'll kind of jerk your bike around. So I've learned through experience. That's the other thing I check after I'm mounted on the bike like I am now, is that the kickstand is up. Okay? All right, let's take a ride. We're going to do a little street riding and some trail riding. I think it's about 4:30. These cars are expecting me to stop, so I did. Although legally I'm not required to stop, but I am required to observe, slow down, and yield. And with the traffic as heavy as it was, I stopped. They call it the Idaho stop in Minnesota. And we saw each other coming here. Beautiful day. Oh, we got a passenger, not a passenger, but a walker with a dog. Hi. Now, what you can see in the video here is I am in a bike lane. I feel a lot safer on the street that has bike lanes as this street does. A lot of them do, a lot of them don't. This bike also has a tail light that's on right now. It correlates with the headlight, which is on. I'm doing that for safety. As I've mentioned before, I mention again, my safety and my security, I'm responsible for it, no one else. Although most drivers are courteous. And I have a side view mirror off the extension of my left handlebar, which I constantly watch. I can't be turning around on the bike, that's unsafe. I also have my Helmet on, rated for class 3, 28 mile an hour. I have a good pair of shoes. I do not wear flip-flops when I'm riding the bike. I have my yellow shirt, which is UV absorbing, which I think you can see, and my fingerless gloves, which is also a safety issue in case I do fall. I don't skin up my hands. Really don't need gloves for weather or for temperature right now. But I wear them for safety. I was going to do a little more street riding, but since it's about 4:30, which puts us into traffic, I'm going to head for the trail. I usually like to get out a little earlier, like 3 o'clock-ish before the rush hour traffic, and then I'm quite a bit safer to ride on the streets than like now 4:30, 5 o'clock. So we'll just head out on the trail. There's all the rules for the sign on the sign for riding. Once again, maybe a new viewer, even though it does say no motorized vehicles. I've mentioned this on other videos. Minnesota last summer, the summer of 23, amended the bike path rules, although those signs have not been updated. But Minnesota adopted the Idaho stop sign rule, which is I do not have to stop at stop signs. I do have to yield and stop, but I don't have to stop. So here's some blind corners. That's why I like to take them a little slower. I ring my bell on your left. I'm slowing down here. Thank you. They'll usually move over a little bit. Also, I've mentioned this before, when I'm coming up on people like that, I'm also, there's a blind corner, I'm watching pretty close. I'm coming up on people, I've mentioned this before, I'm looking for wires coming out of each ear, which means they have earbuds on, which means they can't hear me. The bell rings a lot sharper than it sounds on the video, and my video is indicating I'm going faster than I really am. Like here's blind corners. There's a blind corner, especially when the leaves are bloomed and blossomed, and it's a little harder to see. And in the fall, when the leaves are down, like this curve and the last couple of curves, you can see right through where the leaves were, and so it's not as critical to slow down. I'm only doing 9 miles an hour. You get much under 7 miles an hour, and then your balance is it's a little harder to maintain. The slower you go, the harder it is to maintain balance. And I've mentioned before, the times you're more likely to fall is starting and stopping. And my eyes are on the road. But it's a beautiful day. And what little wind there is, the trees are blocking it. Now go ahead. Thank you. See, that person saw me coming, was stopping. Oh, because they're looking at me as a pedestrian. But I like to let them go. It doesn't cost me anything. I'm in no hurry. Sometimes people are going to pick up the kids or going for groceries or something. So I usually wave them on. Perfect day to ride. Walking bike traffic on the trail now at this time is fairly light. Usually I like to get out earlier, like 2 or 3 o'clock. Then the street traffic and the trail traffic is really light on the weekdays. You can hear the hum in my tires. Some of my viewers, when they leave a comment, by the way, I appreciate comments. It helps my channel. Even bad comments helps my channel. But yeah, the fat tire, it's a 26-inch fat tire. Well, there's a turtle in the middle of the trail there. Yeah, some people do not like that hum of the tire. And to me, I don't care. It doesn't bother me a bit. Not a bit. I think I just made the wrong turn again. Oh, maybe not. As often as I ride these trails, I just still can't get used to where they go. This is indicating a steep grade, so I'm going to go slow. I don't want to go down there. I could easily top off 20 mile an hour, but I don't want to go down and hit somebody. So, or I don't want to get hit by someone coming up the trail on my side here. You can hear the water. There's a little creek down there. And I don't need, this is a windy, it's pretty steep. I'm only doing 10 mile an hour. Brakes are off and then she's gaining speed. Blind corner and then slow her down. Pick up a little here and these trails are, as I've mentioned before, pretty well maintained. You can see where I have a crack or a split, and they've got tar poured in the cracks to kind of level it out. They do a nice job. They do a nice job. Of course, it's open for bicycling, walking, jogging. It's people are just getting home from work now, so probably see a little more traffic on the trail, and the birds, wildlife. I think we'll go down here. Well, we're about about 15 minutes here. About time to stop, have a drink of water, and rest a bit. Not that I am exhausted or need rest. This is a Class 2 e-bike, which I highly recommend if you're looking for an e-bike and you're a senior or super senior like me. Super senior meaning 80s, 75s, and 80s. I do about 99.99% of my biking with the throttle. I got a few hundred miles on the bike, but I don't think I've pedaled more than 3 or 4 rotations. I'd put pegs on here and take the pedals off, but then that would convert it, I think, to a moped style, and that would require licensing and would not be legal on this path. So that's what I want to do, but I won't. This looks like a good spot. Okay, I'm gonna shut down now, take a little breather and have a drink of water, and then we'll